Alright, so we got Slivers. This is an interesting take. Trying to, playing more blue Slivers to be able to play Force of Negation. Realmwalker is a really interesting inclusion. The only thing I changed was they were playing 3 of the 1-drop, 1-mana, 1/1 Slivers that had each Sliver has tap, target player mills 1, and they weren't playing any Diffusion Slivers. So I just swapping those because I just felt like, man, that card was so bad. And I think they were playing that card to have a density of blue cards for Force of Negation, so I think we were just supposed to play Diffusion instead. Yeah, Realmwalker, I agree, also seems weird without mana weft Slivers. This is definitely not the direction I would have taken the deck, but the donator said that they have been liking the list and that they have been doing well with it. And you know what? It is April Fool's, so we're just gonna jam. All right, we cannot mulligan a Vial. It's nice to have Vial and Force of Negation. Yeah, I tend to greatly dislike April Fools on the internet. Probably just grabbing a basic land here. Plains cast all of our, well, yeah, this is fine. Yeah, April Fools. Yeah, I agree. April Fools in person way better than April Fools online. Yeah, I agree. I think Slivers is better as an aggro deck than as like a grindy deck, but it does have some grindy elements. Frenetic Sliver can 50/50 blank removal spells. All right, so we can just fly over that Goyf starting next turn, or this turn rather. All right. To hit him for 4 here. Not a bad start at all. I think I will Force of Negation Liliana. I'll also probably have to Force of Negation a Lightning Bolt or Push on my Cloudshredder Sliver. If they target Diffusion Sliver, I don't think we need to counter that. If Modern had Shroud Sliver, I wonder if this would be a tier 1 deck. Shroud Sliver is really strong. Maybe. You had a barbecue near the forest yesterday and your wife sent you fake news article of forest fire where you were. Wow. It's pretty extravagant. Maybe I should have planned something for Esther. They're targeting the Diffusion Sliver, and I think because we have 2 Frenetic Slivers, we don't need to counter this. That being said, Diffusion Sliver is, pretty nuts. You know what? Let's get it out of there. Let's keep our Diffusion Sliver. Well, kind of nice to just have no decisions at all. Dislike Saber Fools playing Slivers. Playing Slivers for money. Or maybe me disliking April Fools is an April Fools bit in of itself. Yeah, definitely a fun deck to play. Nice, relaxing, palate cleanser, change of pace, the usual content. Sideboard's also a bit weird. I think the Virulent Sliver is in here to beat Heliod, and you have 1 Sliver Cycler, so you have 2 ways to find your Virulent Sliver. Hopefully they hit a Lightning Bolt or just something that gets countered by Diffusion Sliver here. That'd be so nice. Yeah, they hit Thoughtseize. And so they probably won't cast it, but they could cast it to try to grow the Goyf. Oh yeah, wait, this doesn't stop things that target me. That's right. They hit me for 5. They're dead to a lot of our draws here. I guess just Lords actually. Yeah, just Lords are gonna kill them. The any other Sliver won't quite do it. And Sliver Hive doesn't quite do it either, but it's really gonna be hard to imagine my opponent getting out of this. Is there something you get 50% of your donation back if you 5-0 the dono decks? No. In fact, you do get the satisfaction of knowing that your deck is good. We have 5-0'd. I think I should probably have been keeping track, but we have 5-0'd a bunch of times with dono decks, but we've also done, at this point, hundreds of dono decks, you know. So they're telling me that they can kill my Cloudshredder Sliver. But this should be lethal, even if they kill it, right? Yeah, they have to kill this, and then they just take 4 for no matter what. You only remember Walker's 5-0ing? We 5-0'd with Esper Shadow twice, I remember. We 5-0'd with Blue-Red Rhinos. We 5-0'd with Infect. We 5-0'd with... I think we 5-0'd with one recently. I guess they have another 1-mana removal spell. So let's choose heads for this flip. We won. So the Cloudshredder is coming back. Yeah, I mean, we have the Dregscape Sliver, so even if we, like, lose this fight, we're, like, really likely to win next turn. And they have to have another Pusher Bolt here to survive. Oh, no, they don't. Sorry, this doesn't have haste. Ah, crap. Right, let's win some flips. Sorry, and we also did Diffusion Sliver, so they obviously couldn't have had another bolt. My bad. They do still go to 1. And we get to unearth one of these slivers next turn. We get our flying creature back end of turns. Not so bad. Maybe that attack is still fine. Probably not. Five out of 1,000-year storm. Yeah, in our hearts, maybe. Yeah, land gives us 2 unearths, and obviously any creature we can just cast. Discard Tarmogoyf Liliana of the Vial. Oh yeah, sorry, you're right. I had the Frenetic Sliver. You're right, I shouldn't have yielded. Oops. Well, 1 anyways. Sorry about the lawnmower outside. I think I don't want the Force of Negations. I think I do want the Dismembers. And then we can play 1 Aether Gust. We can play 1 Force of Negation. Yeah, this is we're just facing the Saffron Olive effect, where Saffron Olive plays this fun against the odds deck, and then you actually play against it in a league. John. Gust seems better than Force, maybe. Did I make this list, or this is the donators list? This was almost entirely the donators list, but there was one card that just, like, they're playing the 1-mana 1/1. Target player, each sliver gets tapped, target player mills 1, and that was like to have a density of blue cards for Force, and they weren't playing any Diffusion Slivers, and Diffusion Sliver is like so good in this deck that I did make that change. But besides that, it's all the same. Okay. Dregscape Sliver very strong in this matchup, so I'm pretty happy to have 2 in my opening hands. Hand that's pretty good against Inquisition here. Also, them leading on Nurturing Peatland is pretty good for us. They took a Dregscape. Wow. Deal. Yeah, I mean, every hand in this deck wants to have Vials so badly. They have a turn 2 Wrenn and 6, maybe? Surely this was their draw for the turn. Yeah, our hand is very, very good against the double discard spell, though. Kind of wish they were Thoughtseizes. Probably a little too greedy. They took the second Dregscape. Wow. Guess that makes some sense. Sorry, I keep clicking the mouse sensitivity button and then skipping over the number I usually stop at. It's a good draw in case they play a Goyf or a Plague Engineer this next turn. 3 mana. Liliana would be kind of bad, I guess. Yeah, It's kind of bad. We can kill it with Dregscape. See what we draw. Oh, yeah, definitely just going to kill it with that. Cloudshredder is such a good card in this deck. Worse than other decks because you have less slivers. This is the only deck that actually plays enough slivers for Cloudshredder to be good. Uh-oh. So we can unearth and kill the Wrenn. I think I'm doing that. I'm playing Galerider. Oops. Ideally, we can save the other Dregscape until we have enough to unearth a second creature. Not too worried if they push this. I mean, I guess it means I can't really play this Galerider. Right. Maybe I should have been worried. No, they do have a fetch land in the yard. Did anyone honor the April Fool's spirit and donate some meme decks? No. So I forgot to respond. But somebody messaged me about playing like a bear tribal, just all bears, and they wanted me to be like completely serious the whole time and until the very end. But the problem with I think like the meme decks, I think they are like really good ideas in theory, and in practice they don't play well at all. Because for jokes to be funny, they just can't last, an hour and a half, 2 hours. You know what I mean? So for like meme decks, like maybe I would play one match, but to play like an entire league with Bear Tribal it would just not be funny after like the first match, I think. No Battle of Witstonos. We actually did a Battle of Witstono once. Just did that one on my own accord. Alright, there's already an instant in the yard, so this does kill the Goyf. Unless they have Tarfire. If they have Tarfire, I'm going to be so upset. Oh no, there's no land in the yard. No. Dang it, sorry. It's on me, of course. Alright, shame concede. Shame concede. Scratch just shines up. Let's see how I get you. Yeah. I mean, like maybe if we were playing in the like 2-player queues, it'd be a bit better. This hand's very good in this matchup, right? Yeah, not lucky enough to have a Vial, but definitely going to keep this. Mariner is very good against them. Yeah, they're funny to see, and then the games are miserable, and then yeah. What did I miss? I dismembered a Goyf, not realizing that there wasn't a land in the yard, and the Goyf was a 4/5, and they just fetched. If they have Thoughtseize into Wrenn and 6, this hand is like, or Inquisition, this hand is really bad. Guess we draw another Mariner, maybe. Thoughtseize bug one time. Not lucky enough to get the Thoughtseize bug, but we are lucky enough to get a 2 toughness sliver. Which will actually make Wrenn and 6 not that scary here. Still a little scary, maybe. No, it's just dying to Cloudshredder. Collective Brutality, wow. Wasn't expecting that card. Guess they probably had stuff to board out. Alright, name Sliver. Our top card is Predatory Sliver. So it looks like we're unlikely to double spell next turn. Why do you think Slivers isn't meta? They have good synergies. Is the lack of other tribes and 1-drops? Lack of 1-drops is a big thing. It's also like the metagame is not like super... I think I need to play another Realmwalker for mana efficiency. The meta's... It's not like, Modern is super... Tribal decks are, in general, not super well positioned, where they're not, like, there's a ton of decks with a ton of removal, and they also don't line up well against big mana decks, usually. Or at least, like, tribal decks that don't have, like, good interactive creatures don't line up well against big mana decks. And so this deck gets to play Force of Negation, which is kind of nice, and does mitigate that problem to some extent, but that's the issue, I think. is that even though Slivers does have a lot of cool synergies and does have some power to it, you know, it's like this is a Plague Engineer format, this is a Lava Dart format, it's a Lightning Bolt, Fatal Push, Oblivion Stone, Primeval Titan, Engineered Explosives. It's tough out there for tribal decks. So I could play Cloudshredder and a tick for 2. I think it's... we just get blown up so hard by one removal spell. I'm going to try to set up for, like, Unearth Sinew next turn, maybe. Maybe just Unearth 2 times. You know what I mean? Yikes. We have not done a great job of drawing Vial either, which is really important to this deck. I'm going to go to 5. Still no Vial. I mean, none of these hands have even been, like, close to keepable. I just keep Double Lord. Yeah, opponent terrified of Tron against the Moldifor, Cavern of Souls, Naming Sliver. It might even be like... good to just, like, not play a spell this game and like, you know, conceal info. Although, if they're, you know, if they're mono blue counter spells, will just win with Cavern of Souls. You did want to see the Legacy. Yeah, I saw that deck too, Scott. Like the Legacy Soldiers tribal deck. I mean, it was just a stompy deck. If you play Ancient Tomb and Chalice of the Void, you can win with anything. Have I seen the new counterspell from today? Test of Talents. Let's see. Yeah, that card. Counter target instant or sorcery, search its controllers, graveyard, hand, and library for any number of those cards with the same name. Seems like a very good sideboard card against combo decks in Modern. You know, against like Living In, Storm. Even just like... it's not even that bad against Amulet if you get all those Summoners packs, maybe. Probably not. What's my opinion on Resculpt? It's Hallowed Fountain. Is Resculpt the 6 mana card? The 6 mana make a 40/40 token? You saw the team list. If it's good, I'm switching Legacy. I can play like a real MTG player. Yeah, I'm pretty hopeful for it, Zajad. I think it looks pretty good. The mana base is kind of tough to figure out, but I think I've got a good like first draft. 2 mana exile, creature, or artifact. Opponent gets a 4/4. I mean, that card's not playable. In Modern, at least. Like, maybe it will be some kind of like weird fringe sideboard card. Oust. Beating. Although, if we just get a little bit lucky with our flips, we can win. It's also really nice here that it's really nice that if they have verdicts, we can potentially still win our flips and blank a verdict here. Winning out a Moldifor against blue-white control as Slivers would be amazing. Alright. Alright, what are you guys thinking? Heads or tails? First person to choose gets to pick. Alright, tails. Tails from Headband. We lost. It was heads to Headband. Why? How could you do this to me? How could this happen to me? So now, 9 months. Do we call it Clothis? Every child is named Clothis. We don't even get the pleasure of redrawing this off of Oust. It was my time to shine and I blew it. Just don't let it happen again. So we're 2 lands away from activate. Oh no. Why did this have to be the game we mulled for? Why did this have to be the game we mulled for? Why couldn't we have mulled for on the game where we got double playing engineered? What would the meta have to look like for Slivers to be good? I mean, it's not really, in my opinion, a meta thing. Like, Slivers, it probably just needs to have, like, a really good 1-mana card, like Champion of the Parish, and, like, a really good payoff Sliver, like Cloud, or the Shroud Sliver that doesn't exist in Modern, that does exist in Legacy. There's one really good Sliver in Galerider, it needs another one. I'm probably not sideboarding in this matchup. I don't think I want the 4th Force. 3/4 seems pretty good. Would Crystalline Sliver be enough? It would be pretty. Crystalline Sliver would be really, really good for the deck. But I also kind of feel like it needs another good 1-drop Sliver because Galerider is pretty good. All the other ones are bad. And Galerider is also like not as good as it used to be because now you have a Cloudshredder, which also gives your creatures flying, but flying in haste is such a big game. Do you think this deck would be better if it had Jeskai control cards rather than Sliver cards? Well, it wouldn't be a better Sliver deck, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that. Maybe they'll get another boost in MH2. Yeah, it is kind of funny that MH2 came out and Slivers was like one of the main mechanics. Mechanics is maybe not. I mean, it was a supported like limited facet of the set for some reason, and it's still just not like playable at all. But we're having a good time today. See the white draw 3. Yeah, I saw it. It's kind of cool with Smothering Tide and EDH. Would Lantern be better than 3rd Force? I don't think Lantern is good against blue-white control. The first Sliver seems fun. Yeah, the 5-mana Slivers are all really fun and cool. We drew Vials? Hell yeah. Is the Changeling Outcast playable? Not really. Kevin TM, thank you for your Tier 1 subscription. Hope you have a good day today. I mean, like, you can put it in your deck, you know, if you really need a 1-drop, but the reality is, like, if you're playing a 1-mana tribal card, you know, you're competing with Champion of the Parish. You're competing with Noble Hierarch. You're competing with Mausoleum Wanderer. You're competing with... I guess there's not a good Merfolk 1-drop, huh? But there's you know, lots of you know, that's the kind of power level you really need to be on, I think, if you want your tribal deck to be up to par with other tribal decks. Not Goblin Guide so much. You don't play Goblin Guide in the Goblin's tribal deck. Yeah, Carrion Feeder, Gravecrawler. Yes, for sure. Yeah, Flamekin Harbinger. I think I'm playing the second Vial here. You know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying? There aren't good Merfolk 2 or 3 drops anyways. I mean, there is a 1-mana 2/2 Merfolk. You know, that's something that Slivers would love, is just a 1-mana 2/2. I feel like there's one really good travel card at 1 mana that I'm forgetting. Maybe Heritage Druid is what I'm thinking of. Just like every elf ever, yeah. One gives haste Sliver. We need it. Yeah, you know what? That would actually be, I think, maybe fine. Krenor, extended Tier 1 subscription through October. Holy crap. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Probably winning this game. Allosaurus Shepherd, yeah. Yeah, Goblin Lackey. Maybe Goblin Lackey is the card I'm thinking of. That's like the, you know, that's really like what tribal decks need, I think, is a super powerful 1-mana tribal payoff, you know? Not necessarily every tribal deck, but it's pretty important, I think, to have that. I think Champion of the Parish and Mausoleum Wanderer are the two best in Modern. Those two cards are both really good. All right, first person to choose a heads or tails gets to pick. All right, Voyus has said heads. Tails. Heads was correct last time. We lost again! Chat is 0 for 2. Chat is 0 for 2. Alright, you guys might get another chance, though. If they verdict, we get a lot of coin flips. It's kind of just the best draw possible. Which do you prefer, Champion or Wanderer? I like Wanderer a lot. Champion's probably a little bit better, though. But Mausoleum Wanderer, I think, is the best card in Spirits. If they go verdicts, we get to flip 4 coins. At least we're finding ways to have fun. Always have ways to have fun when you play Magic the Gathering. I wish that comment was sponsored by Wizards of the Coast. All tails. Alright, so go to combat, they Cryptic tap, then we Vial and Cloudshredder, hit him for 2. Down to 4. I mean, they don't have Settle the Wreckage, right? They don't have it. Alright, heads or tails? What's the point of Frenetic? 50% chance of dodging removal spells? Hell yeah. 50% of the time, every time. Alright. Bad has said tails. You guys can't be 0 for 3, right? It's going to be rigged. 0 for 3. 0 for 3, no. It's pretty bad. Apparently, Frenetic Sliver is not a 50% chance of dodging removal. It's a 0% chance. Better Vial before blocks. We have 2 flyers. I think you know that, though. Yeah, pay 0 life, sacrifice Sliver. Maybe for this deck to be good, you just gotta... you gotta run a little hotter. Isn't the Sliver that gains you 3 life on sacrifice just way better? Oh yeah, you actually get to gain life when you sacrifice your Slivers to that one. My opponent's also not playing Prairie Stream, which I'm highly critical of. Alright, they're dead to a Lord, right? They're dead to a Lord. Cornchip, 16 months. Welcome back. It's a long time. Go, Cloudshredder Sliver. Go! The Unearthed Sliver is probably just, like, lethal at any point in this game, right? Can start blocking with Colonnade. Yeah, also the fetches in this deck are really weird. If we had a Sliver Hive, we could make a Sliver here. I think I'm supposed to play this here, so that way if they Field of Ruin my Cavern and I draw Sliver Hive, I can make a Sliver. Do we have Coco? No, this deck also doesn't have Coco. I mean, it has Realmwalker. Realmwalker is like a really good draw here. Dono Deck Thursday gets wild sometime. We got 3 more decks after this. We have a Black-Red Waste Dot deck. We have a just Esper Control, the version that Steve played of TSB Gendrix list. And then we have Teamer Control. Yeah. I'm pretty excited to play like just pure Esper Control too. It's been like something that you know, I'm excited that someone donated for it today. It's gonna be a good time. I'm a little worried that I'm gonna love it too much and play nothing else. Forsake Jeskai. But I've also watched Nassif and TSP Jendrik play it a lot, so I think I like understand it at least. All right, this is our turn to draw Dregscape. I mean, I'm sure that my opponent has interaction here, but we do get to attack this turn. Okay, we can Sliver Cycle for Dregscape. I can Vial in Homing Sliver. Sliver Cycle for Dregscape. Vial in Dregscape Sliver. And Unearth something. Is it better to get Realmwalker? Cycle for a Lord and kill them? Well, I'm trying to think about my opponent having things, but kind of feel like Dregscape is maybe better because we get a second Cloudshredder. That way, if they kill this one, which like I'm hoping they don't have 2 removal spells. The second Cloudshredder is going to be lethal. Unearth the Frenetic. You guys just want to heads or tails, I think. I mean, Unearth makes a token copy, right? No, it's not a token copy. Oh. I mean, I think we're just supposed to go for the kill. Yeah, you're right. Frenetic does beat Unearth. I guess that's the combo. But I think we're supposed to go for the kill, right? Just like, let my opponent untap with Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. No thanks. It's also probably good to talk about my recently implemented policy of dono decks. If we go 0-4, we concede. We drop the league. We don't play the 5th match at 0-4. I think it's a pretty fair policy. Oh boy. Comboing off. And chat can win some more coin flips maybe. Or win their first coin flip potentially. It's Self-Alex Clause is the only way to survive this removal. I don't know. I mean, last turn I think I was just supposed to hope they didn't have a second removal spell. And like we also have like the Dregscape for next turn if they did Verdict, which they did. I think our line was correct that last turn. What are my opinion on Slivers as a design? I mean, I think it's cool that Magic has its own like unique monster. I think that they're kind of cool. They're like the Borg, but they don't assimilate you. I think maybe they do. And but they're not like super intelligent yet. But they could maybe become super intelligent. And then once one is, they all are. I like them. I like Slivers. The fact this game would be over if you had won any of the 3 flips, yeah. Yeah, the Phyrexian Slivers, or like, that's kind of interesting. Who, if these Slivers, assimilate Phyrexian, who wins, Do all the Slivers just become Phyrexian, or at least all the ones in the Hive? They're gonna go Snap Verdict. They are. Alright, so can we go 0 for 6 on coin flips? Alright. First three coin flips get to choose. Tails from Scoop 'em Up. Only choose once. So, tails. All right, 3 tails in a row. Tails from Scoop Up, tails from Headband, tails from Bad. So this one is... Oh no! Ah, I just clicked OK! I just clicked OK. I just clicked OK. I can't believe chat failed all the coin flips. I can't believe you guys missed every single coin flip there. 0 for 6. Wow. Yeah, we still have the Dregscape.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
They timely to gain 6, though. It's fine. It's fine. Was that a joke or actual pun? Actual puns. April Fools. It was a joke. No, it was a pun. Oh boy, land on top. All right, we have but guys, we do have 3 more coin flips. Okay, so I'm gonna stick to the tails, tails, tails. All right. I'm not gonna click OK this time. We won the flip. That might have been the most important one to win the flip on. We won the flip. We lost the flip. Okay, I'll take 2 out of 3. I will take 2 out of 3. You should do an instep so they aren't on board their turn. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, so we're pretty cold to another verdict here. Well, if they bounce either sliver, we could just Vial it back in. Yeah, bouncing a sliver doesn't accomplish anything. They should have bounced a Vial. I can't believe I clicked OK. Yeah, they also tapped pretty badly. If we get to untap with this, I don't really know how we could lose. I mean, I probably shouldn't say that. Oh, they just can have Cryptic, of course. But Dregscape plus Frenetic is a pretty cool combo, right? It's pretty neat. Okay. What's this? They've got a pause on my draw step. They're gonna double Field of Ruin me. They're gonna path Dregscape Sliver. Fair enough. Alright, you're gonna have to get a little lucky. Very lucky, perhaps. I'm gonna save the uncounterable. Can we find another Cloudshredder Sliver? No, we cannot. But Realmwalker, I mean, it's not. I mean, they have Colonnade to block. At least we can maybe make them chump. Lousy Tunes, thank you for your Twitch Prime subscription. Hope you're having a good day today. Welcome back. Shouldn't you have kept Cavern in hand to protect from Teferi ults? No, I have 2 Caverns. They're not going to be targeting my Caverns with the ultimates, and I also might want to activate Sliver Hive. Alright, Teferi ults. Do you have a Jace? We have 4 lethal threats. Verdict, Jace are the worst things that can happen. Cryptic's really bad. Yeah, sorry about the lawnmower. They probably have to target Mariner first. Maybe they can target Realmwalker. Is this spell or ability? Yes, it is spell or ability. So if they pay an extra 1 for this, they put a card on top with Opt. Yikes. Probably never beating them putting a card on top, right? They don't choose Mariner. They do choose Realmwalker. Okay, so they must have put Cryptic Command on top. Yeah, I think this is going to be a long stream. We're like an hour in, and this is still match 2. We have 4 dono decks to do. I was kind of thinking this would be a faster one. This is game 2, yeah. We even conceded game 1 like You know, if we had just played it out, we could have clocked them. Which is, of course, not how I like to play, you know. Sorry about the lawnmower. They also haven't mowed here in like 3 weeks. Alright, Flooded Strand. We get to activate Sliver Hive to make a sliver. If we draw our second Dregscape, if we draw... I mean, that's, you know, a Realmwalker... Leeching Sliver. I mean, if I just get to attack here, I win. Timely. Weird. Yeah, the Waste Not deck is next, yes. Been a long game. They do get to kill my guys. Alright. I give up. We threw that game away with the misclick. Maybe. We could have lost all the flips. It could have been exactly the same. I tend to prefer lower variance games, but I absolutely understand that a lot of players don't, and they like games to be a bit more exciting and random, and I think that coin flips provide a part of that. Sounds good. Am I currently a Timmy or a Johnny? Guess I'm a Timmy. I have a Sea Monster Tribal EDH deck. Doesn't really get that much more Timmy. I think I'm going to play the Vial here. Yeah, exactly. It's not chess. It's just not a game with no RNG. Probably blue-white, right? Well, I mean, yeah, there's no way they're just guy if they got Prairie Stream. Alright, so we can get to playtest more against blue-white control. Very exciting. Do you think a format that has never had new cards added would be enjoyable? I wouldn't enjoy it. Man, it's like... Even that idea, it's like... As someone who... Like, the only way this game stays interesting to me is the fact that it changes constantly and that there's always new cards to play with. Is the only thing that keeps this game very interesting to me. I would just hate it if there was, or at least I would not play a format that never changed. Change is why, like, this is the best game I think that's ever been made, and the fact that it changes so often is why I'm able to keep coming back to it, why I'm able to keep things fresh and exciting. Oh, they're playing the Jeskai, the list we played yesterday, the Jeskai Cat Herder deck. If I were playing back when Chaos Orb was a thing, would I tear up your copy to win a tournament patch? People used to do it. But I thought you got disqualified if you did that, right? I thought that you got disqualified because you no longer had a legal deck, right? Is that not how it worked? I don't know. Is Wall of Women's top 20 creatures in Modern? I don't have that data for you off the top of my head, but maybe. I'm just not a top 10 list generator. You know what I mean? You do now, not then, really?
So it's pretty cold, so I turned off the AC. I'm not turning on the heater.
Okay, that's fine.
I think I'm getting sick.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. I think that it's probably just morning drainage, though, because you're always sniffly in the morning.
I'm more sniffly because it was cold.
Yeah, I think that should be fine. Alright, Infinite Cats. Yikes. Esther is sniffly like every morning, and every morning, or not every morning, but it's so often she's like, I think I'm getting sick, but it's very consistently. She just has drainage. So I'm gonna play the Virulent Sliver so I can beat Infinite Life. I think that's what that's there for. I don't feel like I don't think I'm legally allowed to mulligan a Vial. 4 lands Vial is pretty bad. Let's mulligan. 10's way better. Early Magic, a lot of rules weren't codified, like destroying your game pieces. It's so weird, so interesting. Does Engineer make the cat do 0 damage? Yeah, but they still have other combos. How's Harmonic Sliver been? I mean, it's in the sideboard, and it's like, I don't think it's like particularly well positioned. Canister, thanks for the raid, dude. I saw that you're playing Sultai. I wanted to ask you if you're here, how you've been liking the Ice Cave. I was playing it for a little bit, and I felt like I just didn't want 2 fetchable tap lands, but I'm interested to hear your thoughts. For those of you joining from Canister Stream, this is Donation Deck Thursday, where I play viewer submitted decks. First one on the docket is Slivers, and it's not going very well. We're actually playing against a deck that I brewed up and played yesterday. It's a Soul Herder deck that's playing the Jeskai Cat combo, and then you have some extra combos with Feldar Guardian and Glasspool Mimic, or just 2 Guardians. So Rebito, 13 months, welcome back. Hope you're having a good one. Appreciate you. The cat is a 1/4. If yes, Plague is a consideration. My issue is that they have a ton of Skyclaves, and the cat still gains infinite life with Glasspool Mimic. Ariok Champion, the Soul Herder gets infinite power. But yeah, I guess they also do have a lot of 1 toughness creatures. We probably should have brought in the Engineers. Yeah, the looting art emote is so good. Alright, chat, heads or tails? Heads or tails? First person to pick gets the choice. Heads from Dirkside. Alright. Yeah, didn't misclick this time. We won! Alright, chat's making a comeback. Make it a comeback. Alright, 2 mana Sliver, please. Is that too much to ask for in the Slivers deck? Guess so. Although we probably can't complain too much about Dismember, right? Yeah, best tribe in Modern, easily. It was really annoying whenever someone did this to me yesterday, so I think we're going to do it. If you kill Watcher in response to the trigger, they don't get the card. Alright, heads or tails, chat? Heads or tails? We got tails. Alright, this is Limp GMG. It's all down to you. We lost! This has been definitely the most fun part of the league. The flips. Okay, we can't beat Soul Herder as Skyclave. I'll take a draw step. Dude, Frenetic Sliver is kind of terrible against Soul Herder. You just make your opponent's Soul Herder huge. What are we even trying to draw into? Jeskai deck's too good. Alright, that's not it. Okay. Tough stuff. We could have maybe won the last match. If I hadn't misclicked. And we'll see. Alright, let's see if let's get a prediction going for the 0-4 drop. But we are in the 0-3 bracket, which is very different. Oh, we're playing against Obosh the Prey Piercer. Oh, no. This is not a very good matchup, but we actually have a pretty good hand, at least. Yeah, I mean, our draw is good against Lava Dart. Have I seen the new Storm card? No, I haven't seen it. I'd love to see it, though. Blast Zone? Guess we're just gonna have to kill him. Show of Confidence. I played Slivers as a dono deck once before. I was asked to design it. I had Luris as a companion. Didn't do very well then either. Whenever you cast this spell, copy it for each other instant and sorcery spell you've cast this turn. You may choose other copies, put a counter on target creature. It's interesting. It doesn't seem very good, but it's cool that they did. I mean, they said that they would never, print a Storm card again, but they have with Weather the Storm. Punish for ticking up. Dang it. So this is +3 damage. This is +3 damage. But I think I want to save the... I guess I actually just don't want to... Yeah, I think I'm just going to not play into the Blast Zone here. The new Secret Lair. I haven't seen it, no. They didn't take up Blast Zone? Oh my gosh. Our opponent is a believer. Our opponent is a... I wonder where they put their channel points, is all I'm trying to say. I wonder where our opponent put their channel points. Something like this. Alright, this is awesome. Whoever decided this should be a thing at Wizards needs a promotion. Imperial Seal, Seal of Fire, Seal of Cleansing, and Ground Seal. These are amazing. And my opponent just didn't tick up their Blast Zone too. Is that karma because we just misclicked through the verdict? Oh, it could. Oh no, it's April Fool's Day. No, it's April Fool's Day. Oh, we have a good hand, guys. I don't think we're gonna 0-4 drop. Diffusion Sliver's the nuts against them, guys. I don't think we're getting the sealed Secret Lair. Double Diffusion Sliver. It's game over. I hope it's real. Please, cloth this. Let the seal Secret Lair be real. I just want to believe in something. Last year's April Secret Fool's Lair was real. Oh, maybe that's just. What if that's just a long con to make us doubt this one? You know what I mean? Nice Aether Gust in our Cavern deck. I was a little bit worried about this. Imperial Seal needs a reprint. Wait, hold on. Is that... Yeah, Imperial Seal hadn't been reprinted, right? I remember a long time ago, one of my friends came into possession of an Imperial Seal, and it took even one of our friends who is very good at identifying fakes and really just couldn't figure out if it was real or fake. I can't remember what. I think it ended up being real, but it took a long time to just completely verify because there was something weird about it. I can't remember. No, Imperial Seal is not reserve list. It was from the Portal set, though, and it's a very rare card. Yeah, Grim Tutor was the one that got reprinted, but not Imperial Seal. And Imperial Seal was $1,000 for a little bit. Have you seen Fracture the Counterspell? Yeah, that card's pretty cool. They're putting a lot of good answers in this set, like Wipe Away, the new Disenchant that can also hit Planeswalkers. Heads or tails, chat? Heads or tails? It all comes down to this. This is the flip that's going to decide if we win this match. All right, heads from Andy. Andy won the flip! Haha! The comeback for Slivers. think we're gonna win this match. Believers in shambles. Or doubters? I think you're a doubter, actually, if you bet yes that we'd 0-4 drop. No, we might still 0-4 drop. They conceded the match.
Oh no. Hey,
Doubters in shambles. What?
do you want coffee or tea?
And? Oh, keep. Great hand. You lost half your points, so use the rest for something fun. Spike puts on a hat. Alright, Pokey. Which hat would you like? Do you have a preference? You can also have Esther choose, I guess. So, Triumph Bauble. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to play Sliver Hive to conceal the cavern. Shark hat. Alright. Dude, I should not have eaten the Tums and then start drinking coffee right after. Big mistake. Tastes like dust. Gavin confirmed the secret lair. That's awesome.
Do you also want some gummies?
No, I'm okay. Can you shut the door?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'm rich. I've earned the 475,000 the hard way. Hell yeah. My friend Dalton has like 600k, and he has never bet on a prediction once. Just trying to do it the honest way as well. Maybe at $500,000 if I never give Athena any treats. Yeah. Maybe that's why she stopped hanging out in here, because I stopped giving her treats in this room. Alright, my opponent cannot ping a Sliver because we have Diffusion. Oh no, they didn't even read Diffusion Sliver. Just didn't read Diffusion Sliver. I think I'm just playing a second one this way. Even if they have a... These abilities stack, right? Yeah, they do, right? They should. So even if they go land both, they just can't kill anything ever. Yeah, Ridden 6 unplayable. Yeah, welcome to the 1-3 bracket. What if they bolt here thinking that they won't trigger twice? Yeah, main deck Anger of the Gods, can you imagine? Imri. Alright. Or are they playing the cabin deck? It looks like the cabin deck. That's awesome. I haven't seen that deck in a while. We're supposed to play Sinew Sliver, but Frenetic Sliver maybe lets us do some more flipping. Cavern Urza, yeah, I like the Cavern Urza deck. I have a Sultai variant that I've been meaning to test for like 2 weeks now, but I've just been working on other stuff instead. I put that list together like 2 weeks ago. I just haven't actually taken the time to play it through a league. Oh, not that one. It's a teamer. Yeah, I put this version together like 2 weeks ago, and I keep wanting to like play a league with it and not. Maybe I'll do that tonight. But this stream is also probably going to be like 7 or 8 hours today. Where did I get that shark hat? I think Amazon. That's usually where I get most of my... So I think I don't want Force in this matchup. I think I do want the Dismembers and... probably the Lantern? Alright, please, Clothis. Let me 2-3 with Slivers. Crazy comeback. Get those 50 play points. Just get 8 months. Slivers right back to you. Right back to you. Between Esperka and Jeskai, which do I think is better and why? I think Jeskai is better. I do think it's very close. We're actually playing Esperka today. So maybe I'll change my opinion. But there's a lot of big mana, and the Jeskai deck is really good against the big mana decks, and I think the Esper version struggles. I think Esper's removal is a little bit better. I also think that the Wildfire Flagstones package is really powerful, and like so it not only does it make your like tough matchups good, but it also gives you like a little bit of extra power. But in your mana base is also better in Jeskai. You also end up getting you also get a Triumph because you get a Triumph, which is a really big deal. But Esper gets, you know, obviously a lot of good black cards. But I do think Jeskai is better. That's my opinion. Although Nassif was roasting Jeskai last night on stream. And lost to Jeskai. Although to be fair, he was playing his black-white sewer deck. Why is it called Esperca? I'm not actually sure. I think it's like Esper Control. And the control is like abbreviated. But that's just a guess. I don't actually know if that's true. That's just kind of what I'm assuming. Why was he roasting it? I think it was like a little bit tongue-in-cheek, you know. But, I mean, the reality is I don't think he thinks Jeskai is good. Esperca is Polish? What is it Polish for? A way to show affection? That's cool. Thoughts on Cavern Urza with the new blue-red dragon that's basically like Urza, but only makes mana for instant sorceries. I don't think you're interested in playing that card in the Temur Urza deck. Urza's just so much better. I don't think you really want like that extra 4-drop. That being said, I do think that the blue-red dragon is. I'm gonna try it in the blue-red dragons deck. The dragons that turn artifacts into mana to make a 30/30 library elemental. I mean, that card is super cool. Probably a pain to play in paper Magic. But very cool. Where's my Cavern of Souls? The opposing deck looks great. Yeah, they're playing a brew of mine. They said in chat that they're playing my list. They're playing this Temur Gingerbread Cabin list. The idea is that Gingerbread Cabin powers up your Urzas pretty well. Powers up your other artifact synergies too. I like the deck. I don't think I ever trophied with it. I remember I went like 11-4 on stream with it. Yeah, I don't think I ever trophied with it. Is the best modern card spoiled so far the Prowess Step Links? Probably. That card is like so much better than Step Links though that it feels weird to compare it to Step Links, I guess. That card is streets and streets ahead of Step Links. That card is like, I think the card's almost as good as Monastery Swiftspear. I think probably the haste on Swiftspear and the second point of toughness is going to end up making, they changed the list a little bit, is going to end up making me prefer Swiftspear, but that card seems crazy. But I also think like Swiftspear is the best card in Modern. I think Monastery Swiftspear is the best card in Modern. So to call it like a little bit worse than Swiftspear is like really high praise. You know what I mean? The Sultai Lurrus deck is maybe your favorite deck since Twin. Yeah, that deck is really, really fun. I'm gonna play some of it tomorrow. So my plan tomorrow is to play both Sultai Lurrus and the Jeskai Cat Herder deck, and then figure out which one I want to play in the challenge on Saturday. And then there's a PTQ on Sunday, right? I hope I have that right. I'll probably play the PTQ off stream. The PTQ is in 4 days from now. Wait, is that Monday? I know it's Sunday. Okay. What if I told you I have a Simic Ascendancy deck that can consistently foretell and flip Arun's Epiphany after a resolved Nissa? I'd believe you. I mean, I'd probably play it. This is a dono deck. I don't know. The 5th is Monday. Yeah, I got you. Inverter Herder, not in contention. I think the Jeskai Cat Herder deck is... It's very similar, obviously, to what the Inverter Herder deck is doing. I think it's just doing it better, you know? Like, Saheeli and Cat synergize with the Herder game plan a little bit better than the Oracle Inverter plan, and you get 2 extra combos to your deck compared to the other variant. Yeah, I think it's just doing the... Yeah, I can't really play the Diffusion Sliver into the red. They can just pay 2. I think it's just doing the Inverter Herder plan a little bit better. Yeah, I'm excited for the Waste Not deck too. What do I think about the new Torp Orb creature plus Lotus Field? I mean, the Lotus Field still enters tapped, so it's like a worse enabler for it than Blood Sun, I think. And it doesn't like synergize with the rest of your control deck if you're trying to play a control deck. So I'm not super excited about it, I guess. Do you think the Swift Spear thing is a meme or your honest opinion? I don't want to argue. No, that's my honest opinion. I understand that sometimes it's hard to interpret if I'm joking or not. But no, I legitimately believe that Monastery Swift Spear is the best card in Modern. It's the best threat. It's just like, you know, it's maybe not the best threat in like the shadow decks, but I think it's like very, very good in the shadow decks. And it's the best threat in blue-red prowess, which is one of the best decks in the format, and it's just so consistently very, very strong. You know what I mean? Sorry, I don't know why I took the hat off. I'll put it back on. Andy KV, thank you for your Twitch Prime. Hope you had a good day. Do I think the new card is better than Soulscar? Yes. Yes, I do. The new White Wizard I put on par with Swift Spear is insane. Yeah, I think that putting it on par with Swift Spear is like a pretty... Like, I think it's honestly close. I think Swift Spear is like... Haste is a huge deal on Swift Spear, right? The haste, like... You know, like, Soulscar Mage is very bad, or not very bad, but Soulscar Mage is, like, good on turn 1, and then it gets much more worse on the later turns, but Swift Spear is just always a good top deck, which is why it's so good. And this card not having haste is you know, a big deal. Obviously, double prowess is super good. Second point of toughness on Swift Spear is super relevant. Also triggers off Bobble. But, I agree. I think this new card is very, very, very strong. Everything I say, they brought in Crumble to Dust against me. I wasn't playing Crumble to Dust in my sideboard chat. I should probably just stop attacking red and 6. Knew I shouldn't have been attacking it like this whole time. Weird draw. How well do you think the new cards pair with Thoughtseize and Inquisition? The new cards. Oh, the new white 1-drop? Probably not that well. Probably not that well. If you are pairing with Thoughtseize and Inquisition, you're probably playing like the red-black Scourge deck. They sack a clue to gain life, or food to gain life. What about Boros Prowess with the new threat and Grapeshot? I don't want to play Grapeshot. If you're going to play a Storm card, I feel like Ground Rift is probably a little bit better because it's 1 mana. But also the problem is that the Storm spells only synergize well with the new 1-drop. So if you want to play the Storm payoffs, you probably have to play either Nivmagus Elemental or the new 2-drop, like give all your guys Prowess. But then you also have to have a Storm spell in your deck, which is just not going to be that good most of the time. And I think that it's probably just going to be better to just play a Boros Prowess deck, you know? And you play Mutagenic Growths and Manamorphoses. And, you know, you don't have to make this 1 mana... Oh, no. Oh, no, they're dead if they have nothing else, actually. No, they're not. They just don't crack the explosives until my... Okay, well... Let's see what they have. They're gonna Aether Spellbomb, which is fine, because I'm kind of happy to have either of these cards back in my hand. Yeah, but you don't need the 1 mana card to be like a 20/20 for it to be good. That card's going to be a 1 mana 4/5 or 1 mana 6/7 really often, and that's going to be insane. You know, you just pair it with Lava Dart, you pair it with Oh, wait, I forgot about the leave the battlefield clause on the Unearth. That's right. Right, so I was supposed to hit them with I was probably not supposed to take this line. Cavern looking pretty good. What in the world? Yeah, they have definitely made some changes. Ugin's interesting. The sideboard card? If I draw the haste sliver here, I win. Cloudshredder. The problem is if I cycle for it this turn, then they get to sack their food. Alright, I think I'm cycling. Maybe they'll cast another Ugin. So if I draw a Lord, that's 4 damage, which is just still a little too short, huh? We're not beating the Ugin. Let's go to game. Let's go to the next game. They get to gain life off the food and just wipe my board. Play 1 Force. Be on the play for game 3. Feels bad to mulligan a Vial. We also we don't have a green fetchable target. Honestly, I think the fetch lands are terrible in this deck. The more I'm playing with them, I just don't understand why they're here. Like, we just have to mulligan that hand because we can't cast 2 of our spells. I mean, we could put 1 of them back. Well, Cavern of Souls is really nice in this matchup. But win or lose, this is the last game of Sliver. Is this a stock Sliver list? Not really. At least not from what I can tell. I'll talk about what changes I would like to see if you want to play, you know, if you really love Slivers and you want to play this deck. Like, I really think that, I mean, I would be probably playing a fetchless mana base with the full 4 of the Unclaimed Territory, 4 Ancient Ziggurat, and then you probably want to play like 1 or 2 basic lands for Path to Exile, Field of Ruin, and then maybe play like 1 Reflecting Pool. But I accidentally fetched Cabin. They probably meant to get Triome. It's way more mana efficient to play the Frenetic Sliver, but you know, we get to attack if we do this. Yeah, like I really don't think Slivers is, you know, a very viable deck in general, but I also don't think this build is like the correct way to build it. I saw that. Yeah, I remember Squall Chief played Slivers a little while back and did okay. Let's see. Yeah, maybe Painlands are good. Maybe Mutavaults. I mean, Mutavault's kind of tough on the mana. Yeah, this looks good. I like the Chalices in the side, actually. I really like the Chalices like way against the Prowess decks. I like the Damping Matrix a lot. I like the Ley Lines. Yeah, this looks pretty good as far as, you know, Sliver decks go. Did he kill Ren in 6? You know what? I think I'm going to recommend this list as a jumping point. Got 6-1 in a modern challenge. Wow. I honestly feel like 3 Mutavaults, it kind of feels like a lot to me. Yeah, 3 Mutavault feels like a lot. I might play like 1 Ancient Ziggurat instead. It was I guess Ziggurat's kind of bad with the no, never mind. Ziggurat's bad with the chalices in the sideboard. But again, I still feel like 3 Mutavault's like a lot in your Unsettled Mariner Galerider Sliver deck. Or not Galerider, the Boros one. So maybe you play like 1 Reflecting Pool. Maybe you play like the 5th Painland or Canopy Land, but that's also kind of a lot. I'm just gonna start attacking them here. They shocked? Weird. Is this to make a food? I feel like they should have gotten Cabin if they're gonna make a food, right? Around which set did the quality in foil start to decline? Good question. I don't know personally. I actually live in an area with like pretty high humidity, so almost none of my foils are curled, except I actually bought foil gingerbread cabins, and those are really curled. But I can actually have my binder here. I can pull out some foils that I've gotten recently. I'm kind of a Timmy when it comes to foils. It's kind of a Timmy in general. Pyrite Spellbomb doesn't save them. Might be kind of hard to see. Got Skyclave Apparitions that are like super flat, super duper flat. Same thing with like the Arclight Phoenixes that I have and the Shark Typhoons. They're all very, very flat. I like the quality on the foils, but then for whatever reason these gingerbread cabins they're super curled. I guess you can't really see it too well. Well, EE on 2 is bad for us. I guess they also have blockers too. Hoping to draw Galerider Sliver. But also, like, the area I live in is, again, high humidity. I'm gonna hold the Mariner, and then we're gonna hope to get lucky on our flips. Didn't want to just win the match there. My opponent has EE on 2 and they can't sacrifice it, so how do we win the match here? Fly and haste, they just sack their EE on 2. And then kill all my creatures in combat. Oh, they didn't sack their EE? Oh no. Maybe we needed to attack. They also have Imri plus EE? Oh no. Yeah, I don't think we can win. Yeah, silly chat. Tricks are on board. If we draw Galerider Sliver, we have a chance. They're not spinning Urza here, are they? What if they hit Ugin? They hit Tracker. Not sure why you don't have to tap EE to pop EE. Why did they design it like that? I don't know. Alright. Chat, heads or tails? We need 3 heads or tails. Alright, heads. Heads. Tails. Okay. Heads. We lost. Heads. We won. Tails. We won. Okay. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. They also lose their Rin and 6. They do get to get their engineered explosives back. Which is less than stellar. We draw Galerider Sliver. We get to attack for 4. Oh no, we have the, I forgot we had the Lord Sliver back. Although I guess it's just dying to the EE, or at least getting, we drew Galerider. It's kind of unreal. So maybe my opponent will sack in my main phase and I'll get to play Cloudshredder and win. So you're saying there's a chance. No, it wasn't lethal actually. It was just 5-6 damage. We need 2 more heads and tails though, chat. Tails from Skirtus and tails from Aquina. All right. Tails 1. That was the more important one to win, I think. Tails lost. Yeah, we'll keep the Lord. Then I'm gonna play my Cloudshredder on to have the ability to try to block and flicker. They also have 3 food tokens in play. Yeah. If you are wrong on your flip, you get banned. Aren't I just dead? They can EE for 2 next turn, pop it main, at which point Galerider doesn't save us from their attack. Block here. Yeah, I am dead on board, huh? How about that? All right. Well, that was Slivers. I do like Slivers, so thank you, Hobo, for donating for this. Yeah, we only have modern Dono decks today. I will say that I do think I prefer something closer to this. Like, let's go ahead and pull up the list here, where honestly with these fetches, like, you don't even have all of your colors. Like, you don't have a green source to fetch for or a black source, so you can't cast your green and black cards. And your colored sideboard cards, specifically Plague Engineer, are like very difficult to cast. You have to play like Cavern or Territory naming Carrier or Vial it in on 3. But a mana base like this makes a lot more sense to me. I'm a little hesitant to play 3 Mutavaults in the deck. Maybe 3 Mutavaults is fine. But, you know, I guess not less 3 drops. No, wait. Yes. Less 3 drops. Seems kind of nice as well. A little bit of lower curve. More Lord seems good. Maybe you could still play Force of Negation in the sideboard, but it didn't really feel like Force of Negation was something the deck really needed. Chalice of the Void as it answers to Prowess deck seems really nice. Damping Matrix against Heliod seems nice. Leyline is also I think graveyard decks are popping back up, so kind of interested in those as well. Again, fun league. Had a really good time, especially.